how you doing, and welcome to my channel. Now, if it's your first time here, please hit that like and subscribe and help support the channel. And if you're a returning viewer, please hit that like and subscribe and help support the channel. Now, today I'm having a look at the Star Wars Han Solo in Carbonite by Sideshow Collectibles. A completely direct reissue as far as I can tell. Everything down to the box, absolutely no upgrades, nothing done. Just having a zoom in there at the prototype on the front of the box. As I said, as far as I can tell, I didn't have the original issue, but as far as I can tell from watching videos and stuff, it is a direct reissue of the, you know, the one that came out years ago. Again, the prototype on the back of the box, fairly simple, fairly bland box, on theme with Star Wars Sideshow. As far as I know, this is my first Sideshow Star Wars figure, but as far as I can tell, the Star Wars figures from Sideshow are, the boxes are pretty much close to the Hot Toys ones. Again, the way it's presented inside the box, exactly like the original issue by the first issue. We have the piece, the main piece here on the left. I'm going to call it a statue, guys. There's no articulation. It's a statue to me. We have the instructions there on how to swap everything over to, you know, the two looks, basically the alternate look. Oh yeah, we have all the instrument clusters here. We have the bars for the stand, and we have the electronic unit, and we have the main base itself. So I'm going to take everything out and lay it out onto the table, and we'll go through, get the plastic off everything and go through everything piece by piece. So here we have everything laid out. On the right hand side there, we have the statue, or the main piece. Like I said, I'm going to call it a statue. We have the instrument clusters here. We have the electronic unit, we have the base, and we have the bars for the two stands, for the two looks basically. As you can see, I still have the plastic on this piece here because it's a noose. I can't get it out basically. It's really, you can see it splits there. It's supposed to slide out to swap the floor over for the two different looks, but it seems to me like it was put in the plastic and not supposed to be put in the situ in the plastic. I think somebody in the factory put it in situ and it's not supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be just placed on top. You can see the strain everything is under there and how much that's kind of bellowing out. Everything seems to be under a lot of pressure there, and I can't seem to slide this part there. I just can't get the floor to come out whatsoever as much as I try. And I can hear a lot of creaking and that when I'm doing that, so I don't really want to. What I'm gonna have to do is basically pause the video and get it out. And you can see I'm gonna pause, and there you go, guys. Eventually got it out. Took me a few minutes. Like I said, a lot of creaky sounds while I was doing it, but there you have it. There is the floor. You can see there that it's not really at a right angle there. Everything is all kind of bellowed out. It's not a deal breaker. It's not the end of the world, but just under a lot of stress. You can see there, I just flipped the floor over there, and you have the look for the floor of the freezing chamber from Bespin, which is a nice little feature that you can, you know, do the two different looks. I'll just put that aside there, and you can see that what I'll do is I'll actually show you there. There is an on-off switch there at the back for the light effect. Not the best light effect in the world, especially with the studio lights shining right on it there. I don't know if the camera's picking up on those lights going on and off, guys. Not the most powerful, but at the end of the day, you know, they didn't have to put the lights in, so it's not, you know, it's good that there is a light effect on it. You can see that this orange piece here is supposed to slide out. If I can get focused in, you can see there that the orange piece is supposed to slide out of this little slot here to reveal clear white lights for, you know, the horizontal look for the hallway of Bespin basically. And I just cannot get it out whatsoever. No matter how much I try to slide that out, I can't get it out. Is it glued? Is it wedged in? I don't know. I've been on to Sideshow, and Sideshow have been, within maybe 6 hours of me getting onto them, they got back to me with the email that I'm going to put up on the screen here. They're sending me a replacement, no question asked. Absolutely second to none customer service from Sideshow as per usual, so kudos to them. So here we have everything laid out basically. As you can see, this is the floor for the hallways of Bespin. And on the other side, we have the floor for the freezing chamber, and it just slides in and out, as you can see there, and kind of clips in at the back, or wedges in at the back. But as you can see there, from sliding it back in and out only a handful of times, it is starting to get wear and tear on it, little lines up and down it. I'm not sure if the camera's picking up on that, guys, but there is a bit of wear on it from sliding it in and out. So I don't know whether that's going to add to, you know, the weathering effect to it for some people, but you do need to be aware of the fact that, you know, sliding that in and out is going to cause wear on that paint. Just giving the base a kind of a spin around. As I've been through already, guys, this orange piece is supposed to slide out, which is unfortunate that it won't for this review. I've had tweezers in there. I've tried to pinch it and pull it out, and it just, shy of breaking it, I cannot get that piece to come out whatsoever, which is, again, like I said, very unfortunate, and it is a bit of a nuisance for the review. But thankfully, Sideshow and the customer service is fantastic. Just giving it a spin around there, you can see it's supposed to replicate, you know, the freezing chamber. Basically, there is a bit of weathering around it. All those orange bits there is some weathering. We have the on-off switch there for the lights, which is kind of, you know, made to look like it's part of the, you know, the effect. And yeah, like I said, there is a bit of weathering on it. It does look, to be honest with you, it's the absolute best base I've ever gotten off Sideshow. I've just turned the lights off a little bit there, guys, to give you more of a look of the effect. Where's that on-off switch button gone? There we go. Just to show you the effect of the lights a bit more. You can see there is quite a difference there between the lights on and lights off. So I don't have any complaints, really. It could have done with being slightly more powerful, but not the end of the world. As I said, as I was saying, the absolute best base I've ever gotten off Sideshow. They usually give you, you know, just a bland black base with their figures, so I'm quite happy with it. And as I said there is quite a little bit of detail there, the pipes and the wiring and stuff through it. So, as I said, I'm quite happy with it. So, moving on. Just let me bring this camera out. Moving on, we have the bars. We have the, you know, the two bars that he comes with for the two different looks. This bar here is for basically the standing straight up look, and then we have this bar here for the horizontal look, which you can see he just pops into these two little holes here. It just pops into these little holes here that I made, slides in, and it looks like it is floating from the front. And again, it looks really well. Facing the wrong direction there, I might add, but it looks really well. So no complaints there on that. It does kind of slide from side to side fairly easily, but I don't see any other way of locking it in. Now we have the side panels that go on the side of it there. They're all numbered. They all sit in the side there by magnet. They're all magnetized, and I'll just give you a close-up look at them. Each one of them is different. They all have different decals on them, and they are all numbered, as I said. As you can see there, they are different. Each one is different. If I can get it to focus there we go. Each one of them is different, and they stick in the sides there by magnet. I do believe that they are an old instrument cluster off of Volvo, if I'm not mistaken. They are a 1970s instrument cluster for a Volvo that they used. As you can see there at the back, that they are all numbered, but unfortunately the slots that they go into aren't numbered. All these slots here, there's no numbers to coincide with the numbers on the panels, so the numbers are redundant, really. You know, there was no point in numbering them unless they numbered the slots that they go into. Here we have the electronic component there that has all the lights on it, and I think it looks really cool, to be honest with you. It's 3 AAA batteries, and there's a switch there at the side, and you can see there that we have the flashing lights. If I can get focused in there, we have the flashing lights. Come on, camera, there we go. And the pulsating green, which is exactly like the movie, and it slots in the side, actually the wrong end. If I just take this out, And you can see, no, you can't see there because it's not in frame. Absolutely brilliant. Just let me bring that camera out a bit. There we go. You can see there that it slots in and is, as far as I can remember, completely movie accurate, and just pull it out there and you swap it over to the other side basically when you're doing the you know, if you want to face him the other way, you can swap that unit over to the other side so that you can see it. Not movie accurate, but you can swap it over. And to be honest, I'm not sure which look I prefer. Now, the standing up straight up like I'm doing now, you do see more of it. You see it better on the shelf. But I do like the iconic levitating, you know, through the halls of Bespin look as well. So I'm not sure which look I'm going to go for. Just getting focused in on the piece itself. I'll just give it, I suppose I'll give it a pan down and back up again. It is all plastic, guys, but there is a bit of weight to it. It doesn't feel cheap at all. I didn't feel any cheapness to it at all. It's quite a solid piece of plastic. You can see there all the pieces and how it's all kind of put together. I hope you can see in there anyway as to how it's put together. And along the back there is a magnet for the stand to grip onto. But yeah, like I said, it is a solid piece, guys. It doesn't feel cheap at all. Just getting focused in on the details of the sculpt, I suppose you would call it. I think it looks really well. I'm quite impressed with it. It does, to me, look like Han Solo in carbonite. It doesn't look like anybody else. You can see all the bits that are relieved and all the bits that come out. They have kind of dry brushed some silver onto them there to give it more of the metal effect or the carbonite effect to it. I have no complaints about the paint work on it at all. I think it looks really well. I think it has that kind of carbon effect to it, and is overall painted very well around the edges of it as well. The frame of it has all that dimply kind of effect or speckled effect to it. Just getting zoomed in on the face there. I don't recall Han's teeth being so prominent in the movie, and you know, it's not that they stick out or that he's goofy or anything. I just don't remember them being that prominent. Maybe I'm wrong. I know the scene was in a lot of shadow. Just rotating around to the side profile as well. Again, guys, I think it is fairly spot on for what I can remember of how Han looked in carbonite. I think it is fairly close, with the exception of maybe his chin or the lower part of his jaw being a little bit off. But other than that, I think it is absolutely Han Solo in carbonite. Even the shape of the nose and the way the nose kind of curves off to the right it's Harrison Ford. It's Han Solo all over. Again, looking at the side profile, you can just imagine Lando Calrissian leaning down there to take a look at it, and it looks absolutely spot on to how I remember it in the movie. So I've no complaints with how it looks or you know, the likeness. I think it looks fairly bang on, and the paintwork and the kind of carbon effect to it all looks really nice. It looks like a kind of a steely carbon. It doesn't look like plastic. My issues are these join lines. As you can see now that I've pointed out these, you know, these join lines where everything basically that, you know, they've stuck onto the mold, all the relief parts, all the bits that stick out. You can see the join lines to them. You know, you can see the join line along the edges of the hand there where they've stuck it on and tried to mask the fact that it's, you know, molded in rather than one piece, and around the edges there where it's stuck in, and they've kind of, I don't know, tried to mold around it and hide the fact that it is stuck on to the slab, which they didn't do a very good job of, unfortunately. I'm not overly impressed with that. The rest of it is absolutely fine because this is all one piece, you know. It's just the three pieces that they stuck onto it, which is the two hands and the head. Just the join lines, the seam lines all around it are too prominent. They should have done something, filled them or done something to hide those lines, especially here at the neck. If I can just get zoomed in just a little bit closer there. I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick this up or not, guys, but the neck, his neck comes out further than his shirt. I hope you can see that there, just in the edge here. His actual neck comes out further than his shirt, which is very unfortunate because it kind of takes away from the illusion that he's in there. You know, it's not a deal breaker on the shelf. It's not gonna really be prominent, especially, you know, facing, you know, forward, looking at you like that. But it's just a bit unfortunate that they didn't, you know, do those little finishing touches and make it an absolute masterpiece. But with all that said, it's still absolutely fine, guys, and I'm quite happy with it. Just slotting in the electronic component there, guys, and we'll have a look. Actually, what I need to point out is this little gripe I have as well. Is it my own fault? I don't know. Do I remember the instructions telling me not to do this? I don't. But you may see me through the video pulling this piece out by these little handles here, which is an absolute no-no. Do not do it. It's not going to work out for you because, as you can see here, I broke it off. Pulling it out from the, you know, from the unit itself, the piece itself, just the glue didn't hold. So what I recommend is you just take the other side off and just stick your finger through and just push it through and out without actually having to pull these things, because I'm going to have to fix that unit now. I'm going to have to pop a little bit of glue on that and get that to stay in. But there you go. I really like that unit. It looks really well. It's quite well detailed. We'll just light it up there again and have another quick look at it. I love the pulsating effect on it as well, just like in the movie. Very detailed. Very nice piece. And here we have the horizontal look. The orange light at the bottom should be white, guys. If I could slide that out, it would be white and it would absolutely add to the effect. The electronic components I know are on the wrong side, but it's nice that you can swap them over because you wouldn't see them otherwise if they were on the inside. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to kind of swap it over to the alternate look. So what you basically do is just slide it out of these bars here. Pull this bar out if I can get it out. There we go. Slide the floor over. What you would normally do now is slide the orange piece in to make the white lights orange, but my one's stuck in. Put the straight bar up, the tall bar on. Pull the unit out, not the way I did as I've gone through, and swap it over to the other side. As you can see, pop the other unit onto the other side there. That's upside down, isn't it? Yep. And there you go. That's pretty much it. Oh, I've got to put these. Yeah, those pieces have to be left out when you're putting it on the horizontal look. So, and there we go. There is the standing up swapped over. Again, like I said, I'm not sure which one I prefer. I like both looks. Maybe somewhere down the line I might pick up another one for the second look and use this look basically as a standalone piece and put my Boba Fett with the Bespin hallway look, basically. Just giving it a quick rotation there. If I can do all this with one hand, proving quite difficult because there is a rubber grip on the base of it to stop it from sliding around the place, which is great. And you can see the panels there, the details of the panels, and I'll just have another quick look at the side profile there and how far it comes out, basically, you know, the relief. It's all pretty spot on. It's all on point as far as I can remember. And going down all those panels again and the clusters, all looks really well. I have no major complaints. Sideshow are looking after me on replacing the base. Fair play to them. And yeah, with the exception of those little, you know, those seam lines, everything is pretty nice, pretty decent. I'm not sure how many people would have noticed those seam lines if I hadn't pointed them out. You know, I was looking at it for a day or so before I kind of went, oh, I don't like those seam lines. So, you know, it's kind of down to yourself. If you made it this far, guys, thanks for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe. I'm going to leave you with some images, and take care and keep your eye out for more of my content. Thanks a lot.